taste right now. Now, folks, let's talk about Norwegian's recent fleet development. Now, these are our three largest class of ship. Now, how you make a class of ship is this. When you produce a ship, the first name of that wonderful ship is going to be the class of ship because there's different ships, but they do change from time to time, but the design is that ship. Now, we could produce in 2006 our Jewel class ships. It goes Jewel, Gem, Pearl, and then some more. And then we went in 2013 is our Breakaway class ships. Now, Breakaway is Breakaway and the Getaway. The Breakaway is out of New York, and the Getaway is out of Miami as well. But then in 2015, we produced the fifth largest ship in the world, the tallest ship in the world, if that's correct. And folks, it is a fantastic ship at that. How are we enjoying the Escape so far? Well, in 2015, the Escape came out, which is called the Breakaway Plus, and then coming out end of next year is going to be the Norwegian Joy in the same class. Now, this is how the Escape production went. The ship is built up by 84 grand blocks. As you can see, here's a picture of it getting built in the building hall in Papenburg, Germany, and it took 2 years to assemble 84 steel grand blocks. First block laid August 14, 2013, and fully assembled on October 22nd, 2015. Now, this is a wonderful moment when it was coming out, and I'll tell you what, a beautiful ship at that. Now, let's give you some ship facts. Now, the ship's registry is in Nassau, Bahamas, where we're going to tomorrow. Why Nassau, Bahamas? Because in order to carry international crew members, we have to be under an international flag. If we went under a U.S. port, that would mean that we would have to carry 75% U.S. crew members. So in order to carry those crew members from all over the world, 71 different nationalities for 1,700 crew members, we have to be under the international flag, which is Nassau, Bahamas. I have to know, how's the Norwegian Escape crew doing so far? Excellent. Now, the gross tonnage is 165,157. Length of the ship is 1,069 feet. Hull width, 135 feet. Now, height from keel, 196 feet. Draft, 28.21 feet. And maximum speed, 22.4 knots, which is 25.7 miles per hour. When you're in a car, it doesn't seem that fast, but right here on the water, we're rocking the high seas. Let me hear you say yeah. Now let's go into 7 different ways you can steer the ship. Now we have steering wheel, joystick, tiller, dynamic position, track pilot, autopilot, azimuth, which is the independent control of the azipod, and coming soon to your very own iPhone, an application for you to steer it. I'm just playing. Now, right here is a picture of the bridge and the bridge cockpit. Now, the bridge cockpit is the same thing you would see in an airplane. As you can see, state-of-the-art technology, and right above there is where the steering wheel is. Now, it's a normal steering wheel you would see on any car. However, there are many different ways to do it, like we just talked about, and plus the navigation system is out of this world. Now, we also have on the bridge a safety center. Now, if you ever hear our crew drill, every single week we test the water tank and fire screen doors that can be closed automatically from the bridge. In case of any unlikely emergency that we have different options to make sure that we're all safe at all times. Now with that, folks, let's move into the anchors. They're huge. Now we have 2 anchors weighing 38,029 pounds. Now folks, the 2 anchor chains of 1,263 feet altogether is 2,526 feet, and they are ankles, 2 shackles port side and starboard side. As you can see, that is a picture of the very large anchor. And let's move into the azipods. Now the azipods are also pretty large. Now, there are 2, right there, sorry about that. Now folks, 2 azipods for propulsion and steering control. They're 2 fixed pitch propellers with 5 blades each. Now azipod units rotate 360 degrees for steering steering control. They're used instead of rudders to steer the ship. Now, to give you an image of the size, every 5 years, most ships go into what we call dry dock for inspections. They pull the ship out of the water, and they make sure that a human goes inside this azopod to do an inspection. Now, it's not comfortably, but basically, to get you the image, a full human can fit inside the azopod. Now, our maneuvering panels. Now, located on the bridge, this controls the operation of the azopods and bow thrusters. I look at this and I think Nintendo or Atari. Now, we also have bridge wings. Now, folks, if you look at the front of the ship, you'll know where the bridge is as per the wings that come out each side. Now, with those bridge wings, in addition to having these controls on the bridge, they're also located on the bridge wings on either side of the ship to allow the captain to look alongside of the ship as we pull away or enter a port. We also have a little window right there, so when the captain is pulling in, he can look down so he doesn't hit on the way in. Now let's talk about the stabilizers. 2 stabilizer systems. They're 7.5 meters long and has a surface of 22 square meters. Now with these stabilizer systems, they're there to make sure that we can run properly our operation right here, including these amazing shows. And folks, the ship can always take it. Sometimes you can't take it. So we do make sure that you're having a great time and a vacation, and we use these stabilizer systems to do so. So that's a picture of one of our stabilizer systems on one side, and let's move into the bow thrusters. Now there's 3 of them on forward end of ship to move the ship sideways, used when going in and out of port. Now, length of tunnels from side to side is 8.1 feet, 2.48 meters. Now let's move into the engine room. Now, the bridge and the engine room are manned 24/7 with 3 officers on duty. Now, in the engine room, we have a 2nd engineer, a 3rd engineer, and 1 motorman. Now, we also have the engine control room. The same thing as the bridge for the engine. State-of-the-art technology to let us know what we need and monitor their performance, including when to change the oil. Now, moving right along with the engines, diesel generators. Now, the maker, MAN BMW, I always tell this story. Now, when I first started on the Norwegian Escape, I came out here and told everyone that the diesel generators run on 14 volts. The captain looked at me afterwards and said, basically, you told everyone the Norwegian Escape runs like a remote-controlled car. Actually, that's the model, folks, right there. With all of the wonderful facts of it, now every engine has 1 generator. Now we also have an emergency generator supplying the emergency switchboard. It's used if main generators fail. Now let's talk about the types of tanks. We have technical water tanks, fuel oil tanks, low and high oil tanks, NGO tanks, and black water tanks. Now the ship is fueled on a weekly basis, and it can go up to 2 weeks without refueling. Now we call it bunkering, but we do make sure we cut off one side to make sure that everything is safe while we fuel. Now the heavy fuel capacity is 3,372 cubic meters. Now let's talk about 2 ways of producing water here on the Norwegian Escape. The first way is reverse osmosis using our multimedia filter and our pressure vessel, and the other way is using our evaporators. Now we also have air conditioning units, 4 for the staterooms and an additional 2 for our crew cabins. Now folks, part of that, our air conditioning and making sure that we are operating environmentally properly, the environmental operation has on board every ship a dedicated environmental officer that oversees their performance at all times. With that, part of their job is to check that all waste generated on board the Norwegian Escape is carefully processed in the ship's waste processing area. Materials are separated for the further recycling ashore, including plastics, metals, glass, cardboard, and paper. Now with that, we do have different types of recyclers. We have the cardboard recycler, the plastic recycler, and everybody's favorite, the glass crusher. Now that's a little taste of what we have right here as the technical aspect. Now, the experts themselves are going to come to this stage, but let's give you a little video on how it was all built. Roll film.